All right, let's get to the draft. We're drafting the Earth today. I'll let you know a little bit about it more after I tell you about Dugout Mugs. Dugout Mugs, we've been working them forever because they make these badass mugs that are all over the table here. Go to the wide, Beaver. Show them the mugs. Drink out of these mugs. I want to drink it. No, we used the wine one on the live stream. We're very friendly. Jake and I had beers with the, what is he, president, CEO? He's not the founder, but we met the founder as well.
Yeah.
Founders,
both of them.
We were drinking at a spring training game with both of them. Dude, they bring their dugout mugs, or not the founder, the president. I don't know his title. He brings it everywhere. We went to a restaurant with him, and he brought it and had the waiter fill his beer up in the dugout mug at the restaurant.
Yeah.
He calls himself Promo. He's like, if you're not promoting your stuff everywhere you go,
if you don't believe in it.
He's like, I bring this everywhere. People always ask, what is that? Where can I get it? He's like, I'm walking promo. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. They built it out of nothing, and they're awesome. And they're a cool product. If you're a baseball fan, if you got a dad, you got a mom, you got a sister, you need a gift, Jake's getting one for his cousin soon.
Just ordered it.
Use code Jomboy, get 35% off MLB Dugout mugs, wine glasses, season openers, the little bottle openers. They're giving away their knob shot for free, so you get 35% off a mug plus the knob shot. I mean, you use them when you want to use them. When you're not using them, they're a classic decoration for like a man cave or somewhere. They're great. Dugout mugs make gifts for Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduations, birthdays, weddings, end of season gifts for coaches or players. Dugoutmugs.com/Jomboy. Get your discount and mug. Get your discount mugs and free shot glass. Go check them out. All right, we came up with this yesterday. We're drafting the Earth. There are 5 subcategories here that you have to choose from. Let me pull out my phone when I texted you guys because I didn't do any prep for this at all.
One type of water, one type of terrain, one type of ground. Okay, ground and terrain are pretty similar in my brain. One type of precipitation and one temperature range. That would be a 0 to a 9. So that would be 10 degrees to 19 degrees or 20 degrees to 29 degrees, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm. We got to write down a number and figure out the draft order. Do you have a piece of paper, BBD, that we can use? So do you want to clarify terrain and ground?
That would be great.
So, I mean, we're going to leak a ton of picks when I do this.
I think I got it. I think I got it.
Man-made is basically, it's Earth. So just make sure everything's not man-made.
Not
man-made. Man-made's out. Yeah. Not man-made.
Non-man-made.
I mean, that's not exactly clarifying. Or a ground and terrain. Or did we move on from that?
Jake said he thinks he's got it.
I think you've got it, but I don't know, like the people. I don't know if we're using the word terrain right.
Well, we'll see. But we all are on the same page.
We're on the same page as each
see.
other.
Okay.
I'm all around it.
Random number generator as TJ Zoik gets warmed up for the Blue Jays.
All right. What number do you guys got?
I wrote down 72.
I was
62.
kind of right. 51, Bernie.
Fuck,
Shit.
we're all in the middle, and BBD's kind of fucked there. It is 6.
Let's go.
What pick do you want? First, second, or third?
I will be taking the first overall pick.
Oh, BBD?
I would like the wraparound.
Yeah, that's what I was going to take. All right, I'll take 2. Jake? First overall pick? What's your pick? What are you taking?
So there is one thing that jumped out. I think for a lot of all of this, you can make different arguments, different ways. You know, oh, I like this, I like that, I like that. I think there's one thing that cannot be debated. 60 to 69, the temperature range. I think that's the world-renowned comfiest temperature. Anything hotter than that, you're too hot. Anything colder than that becomes too cold.
That's devastating.
Thank you.
It's the clearest number 1 of its category.
That's why I was shocked you were surprised I went for the number 1.
I didn't think you would. I didn't think. It's kind of like you don't think closers are going to go in the first round. Like, there's only, top 3 closers that you're going to grab in a draft, but usually they get weighted on. But it is the clearest number 1 of its category. So great pick by you.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It was It was the only thing that when we laid out the categories, it's like, all right, that's the number one in that range. Everything else,
Everything else
comes to personal
can be
preference.
up to debate. What
Yeah.
do you like on a certain day? How you feeling? 60 to 69. Nice, BBD.
No, it's very nice. That's a good pick.
Felt good.
Damn.
Shaky drafts, people are saying.
All right, I'm gonna go first, or on my first pick. I didn't do any prep for this at all.
I did not either.
So let me see, because a lot of it I think I know.
I did minimal. Minimal. It was literally just I made sure I knew some choices in each category because I didn't.
I'm going to take a terrain, and I'm taking mountains.
Okay. Interesting.
I think that's my favorite of the terrains. Mountains make for beautiful art. Mountains make for great vacations. You look at a mountain and you just like are in wonder. You hike up it. You ski down it. They're entertainment. What mountains? Taking mountains with my first overall pick. That is
like
my
it.
terrain.
Doesn't feel like your terrain. It's a great terrain.
No.
You know,
I think it's a consensus up there. Terrain.
No, when
Oh.
you drive cross country,
it's
like
a cool terrain.
That's the
look
best
Well, you
part
said
of-
skiing and stuff, and like you were on a mountain 2 weeks ago and you didn't ski.
yeah, we found a test mountain, Camp Gaw, that Katie and I are gonna. It's cheap.
Okay.
And we can see if we want to get back into skiing or not, because where we were in Denver, like that's like
You
a
gotta be pretty
$600
into
like 2-day
Skiing.
trip. It's skiing. It's like
This you can do.
You're in.
yeah. I mean, I
get
I
that.
did growing up go
Right.
snowboarding
You were a
twice
boarder.
a year, 3 times a year. So like
Growing up, I did a lot of tubing at Camp Gaw.
yeah, I want to go there with my nephew. So I'm
Yeah,
taking mountains.
they
with
will
mountains with
love
my
it.
terrain.
Easy trip.
It's a strong terrain.
Yeah. Thank you. The Buffalo says it's a spectacular fit. BBD with the wraparound. Very interesting to
So-
see where you go here.
I think
BBD has been known in the past, for anyone just tuning in to the draft,
this is
to
your first
choose
draft.
to choose a second of a category with his first pick, which has always confused me.
Don't listen to him.
I don't
Do your
So I have
draft.
one
Do
clarification
your
question,
draft.
just rules wise. So for types of water, are we allowed to pick a specific body of water, or is it just a type? It's like if I wanted, like, would I have to pick a specific ocean, or can I pick oceans?
Oceans would be the pick, the way I was doing it.
Okay.
That's how it went in my head, and then I was talking to the office, and they were throwing out some specifics. I was like, am I allowed to mess with that?
Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Home run.
Yes.
Aaron Judge home run to left field.
Fuck yeah. 3-2. They were the last team to score a home run in the first inning.
Huge.
Oh yeah. And the
Aaron
first inning is
Judge.
typically the most scored
Yeah.
inning.
It's a good inning to
You
score.
got your 3 best hitters in there. Not today.
Yeah.
DJ's out.
Judge
So
with
stand.
Judge with that guardy protection. People are saying. Okay, BBD. Are you going oceans?
I am not going oceans.
Okay.
Ooh. Actually, yes. Give me oceans.
Okay.
Ocean. If I was going specifics, I would have gone for a different thing. But I don't like that as my overall thing. Give me oceans.
Okay. Oceans are huge. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
Oceans are huge.
Most of the world is oceans.
Yeah, Oceans is my number one in that pick, but I don't think I was going to take it because
I think you
I think you
can-
would have liked to get oceans a lot. I'm
was-
kind of surprised you didn't take oceans over mountains.
Oceans
love
is not
swimming in the
Oceans is not
oceans.
my number one of the category
Really?
for the
Wow. Okay.
draft.
Okay.
I love Oceans. They're not unanimously liked.
They're the only they're the body of
Interesting.
water I like,
Okay.
and so
I agree.
it like works for me.
Hmm.
With that said, I could have talked myself into a few things, but I couldn't have taken a body of water in the first round that wasn't oceans. I don't think, unless we were going specifics, in which case we'll cover that later.
I'm a
but-
huge ocean guy, but only because I grew up with my grandma's house in walking distance to the ocean. If I'm not walking distance to the ocean from the house or hotel or apartment, I don't want to go to the beach at all. If it's a day trip, not interested in packing up like how we did it in Connecticut.
I'm fully
Ugh,
with you.
Yeah.
That's just a hassle.
I'm fully with you. And my family, I would say like at least 90% of our vacations have been like somewhere with ocean access.
Yeah, if you don't have
We
that,
always
like even when we did like Block
then
Island,
I don't want the beach part of the trip.
Yeah, when
if
we
that's not gonna be,
did
like,
Block
what we're
Island
doing.
one, and you like rent a house, but then you have to drive to the beach every day and then unload the car and then drive back, and I'm like, this blows. So I understand when people that have never had a house with walking distance say the ocean sucks, because I would agree with them there.
If you've had to like plan a whole day.
Yeah, no, beach trips, day trips to the beach blow.
You did good, BBD. Next pick.
I think I'm gonna take my terrain.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm taking oases.
What the fuck is that?
If you Google types of terrain, it comes up, and it also is like you're in the desert, you find an oasis. It has the best name of any of the terrains I looked up.
So you're taking, that sucks, dude. You're taking like a watering hole in the desert?
No,
trapped
no,
in the
no,
desert.
no.
You're trapped in the desert
fertile area that's like
where water
you're in the
is found.
desert. You're in the great area.
A fertile spot in the desert.
No, because I didn't take deserts.
You, well,
The fertile spot in a desert.
You
is
took
an
the
oasis.
you took the one like the watering hole in the desert where all the animals come to piss and shit and drink for a little bit. All right, great name, but
Great name.
terrible terrain. If someone asked me, "Do you want to go to that oasis?" and then said, "How do I get there?" I said, "Well, you got to go through the desert to find a tiny pond." I'm not interested in ponds nor desert, and you combined them with your pick, so that's tough.
Oasis, huh?
Yeah. Well, I also have a lot more options I'm willing to go to other things, so
Okay.
I figured go get one.
Okay. Sure. Oasis. Good band.
Yeah, I get the band as well.
Get the band. Take them.
I'm going to go precipitation. I'm going to take snow. First snow of the year is celebrated. Snow gives you a lot of activities,
I knew
tubing,
you would take snow.
skiing. I think it's a really, really shallow category. And
Would have been shocked if snow made it back to me.
yeah, so I'm taking snow as my precipitation.
Okay. Okay. Here we are. Man. Again, I mean, I spent all night prepping for this. So, of course, I know my answers. I think what I'm going to do... No, because I can dodge that category. Or no, I can't. I think I want to get my water. And I think I'm going to take lakes. I mean, Great Lakes. A day on a lake.
Mm-hmm.
That lake we went to in Maine.
Yeah, so I hate lakes, but I think
Good
they're
day.
I think
Yeah,
they're a
like,
good pick for these
the whole
purposes.
country is lake people because
good
not
day
everyone
on
has
a
access
lake.
to the ocean. So
Yeah, you
I'm
can get
alright.
lakes kind of anywhere.
Lake Quassapog, where I grew up.
For the way this draft works, they would have been my number 2 body of water or type of water.
Lake people are some of the proudest people, but I'm not a lake guy.
A nice day on a lake. I mean, that's if your grandma grew up on a lake, you would have
Oh
been
yeah,
a lake guy.
well yeah,
you know? That's the body of water game.
we're all something of our environment. What is that?
Yeah.
Products of our environment. Yeah, we're all products.
Nature
of our environment.
versus nurture, Rognet Odor. Okay. Okay. So where I think I'm going to go with this, and this is a weird, I don't think I've ever Googled types of ground before.
Oh, not much comes up when you Google it.
Yeah.
Why would you have to Google?
It's ground and terrain in my head are doing some different things. I think what I'm going to do is just go a little chalk here, and I'm just going to take like well-manicured grass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the number one of the categories.
I mean, you lay down on well-manicured grass or we're playing baseball, I mean, it's the best. Augusta National was just this weekend. That's some good grass.
Yeah,
Smoking it.
I had grass as the number one of that category. I would have taken it next.
I'm glad. The other thing that forced my hand with that pick was I was getting nervous with other types of ground. So I got it.
The only other types of grounds I can think of, I can think of something mean to say about it. So
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take with my third overall pick. Oh, I don't need to do that. You guys both took that. So wait, you guys have both taken water, so I don't need to take that. BBD has not taken ground yet, and he gets 2 picks in a row, so he's going to take the next ground. So I got to take ground, but you took grass, which really screws me.
Sorry.
So I think what I'm going to take is, how do you phrase it?
Okay.
How do you phrase what I'm trying to say?
You tell me.
No, because I think you guys are just going to be like, you need to name it.
We'll need a name.
We can workshop it from there.
Yeah, like what I want to take, but I don't think it will play on the graphic either, because is like woods. But that's not the type of ground. But what would you call?
I don't think woods are a ground.
No, the type of ground in the woods. It's just like dirt,
But
soil.
dirt.
I think you're taking dirt.
Soil.
Soil.
If you want
dirt.
to say soil. Dirt/soil.
That's what I'm going to take.
Okay.
No, you know what I'm going to take? Mud.
All right.
Okay, so
I like it.
that is what the criticism of your pick was going to be from me.
Because if you embrace the mud, like me and my dad and my sisters, like when it rained, we'd go play mud football. In high school, when it rained, me and my friend David and Brad, we'd go play mud football. In college, when it rained, we went mud sliding on the hill in CCSU. So if you embrace the mud, you can have a ton of fun. Mud fights, slinging mud. If you don't want to embrace the mud like my dogs, it sucks. I get that.
Yeah.
But there are
if
moments
you have hesitancy, it's a brutal ask, but
when you embrace the mud, you can have a lot of fun.
It's the J.R. Smith. There's going to be some mud nights that, I mean, you're 10 for 13 from the field, 35 points, light it up. Mud, you're going to have some 1 for 12s. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you committed to it. Your heart wasn't in.
No, and
I
someone
don't think you were prepared to
someone
be
in
making
the
that pick.
someone in the chat said like that the Forest Floor is the one name of it, Forest Floor, which is true when you Google it, and the other said it also called Duff.
Dove or Duff?
Duff is the name of it.
Okay. Something new every day.
So I'm happy I landed on mud.
Mud's a strong play.
You kind of need to hear it, but yeah, like mud sliding, we've done that. Mud fighting, I've done that. Mud football, Jack Johnson wrote about it. Mud.
It's got its positives. It's got its negatives. And it's pretty.
There's only one other option for ground that like came to mind, and I fucking hate it. So there's no way I wanted it. We'll see if BBD takes it now, because
Well, I won't take it now because you guys have both taken your ground.
Okay.
But I do think I'm kind of stuck with that as the last pick. But I can anyway. I'm taking 70 to 79 degrees.
Okay.
yeah, and this is where I'm fucked. That was my other option there.
I'm kind of surprised. I thought you might lean towards the 50 to 59, or
You're not going to get anyone on your side.
It's a tough.
you're not gonna win a graphic with that.
Yeah.
As
The
someone,
60s and 70s were the only ones that you should make a play early.
I mean, 70 through 75, you're still having a grand old time.
Yeah.
And in the upper 70s, you are not miserable. It can
Yeah,
be it can be hot.
Just depends your environment at that point, but
You're probably miserable if there's other bad factors, but no, you're not. It's not overwhelmingly hot. If you're that kind of guy, you can still go sweatshirt.
Wow. So my draft is done. You guys both. I need a water and I need a temp. What?
oh, it's just hand signaling. Draft is done for you.
Oh yeah. I need a temperature and a water, and you guys both have taken your temp and water. So
Yeah,
no need to
you'll
worry
be
for
able-
me.
Yeah, you don't need to fret.
What's your next pick, BBD? What do you need?
I need precipitation and ground. I gotta tell you, I have no idea what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Well, Jake needs precipitation.
He needs a
as well, so you
precipitation.
should
I
take
know I
that.
can't take a ground, so I have to take a precipitation. Give me hail.
What the hell?
What the fuck?
You never
What the
don't notice
hell?
when it's hailing. It happens at the exact right amount of frequency wherever I've lived. I don't know what happens elsewhere.
Hell kills people, man. Oasis and hell. What are you doing?
Just give it to me. Give me hail.
I just, everyone's seen my hands up here. I didn't give BBD any money for that pick.
That's crazy. Why didn't you take
I see the Oasis angle.
Nah, just give me hail. It's cool.
Hail.
Hell usually leads to tornadoes and
I mean,
Yeah, Katie loves tornadoes.
the aftermath of hail is pretty cool. When you go out there and you pick up a piece of hail.
The little hail.
I mean, mud and hail aren't far off, for being honest.
You took
when can
snow
you
and mud.
change?
So.
When can you have a fun time in hail?
Afterwards,
Oh, it's cool when it's coming
when there's
down.
hail on the ground, it's badass.
Cars get ruined.
I ain't got no car.
Cars don't get ruined. Not the hail I've been around.
There was a hailstorm when I lived in
I
Australia.
like northeast hail.
There was a hailstorm when I lived in Australia that killed people. So my memory goes to murder and cars.
There's snow that's killed people.
Well, not like a snowflake lands on their head and they die.
Correct.
That's what hail does. Like
A big enough piece.
Bullets in the sky.
Enough snow. If you're outside.
Yeah, and I get those bullets.
Okay, murderer.
Yeah,
Snow kills.
if I
too.
need to murder. I mean, snow kills way more people.
Snow kills.
You took
Jim, you're
snow
back up.
and mud. So
Snow is not a bad pick. It's easiest of its category.
I hate snow.
Also,
Snow.
Jake opened up with, I did not pay BBD, and now he's just doing devil's advocate to play both sides.
No,
You always come out on top.
hail's like the final precipitation, so I had a hail argument lined up. But
I'll do the 80s, 80 degrees.
wow, going up.
Yeah. If you're going to the ocean or you're playing baseball or you're playing a sport, if you're embracing and a lot of people love 80s anyway, like a lot of the world.
I'm shocked.
You can still be
50
having
to
a good day
59 wasn't in play for you? Hoodie weather? Like, that's your whole thing.
No, because a lot of the time that doesn't come with sun and no sun. The sun really does make people happier.
Okay.
You can have a good time in
There
the
can
80s.
still be, and there can be a gust of wind.
And
that
a lot of
ruins
people love the
50s.
80s. I think the 80s would be a lot of people who won.
Just follow your heart. Follow your heart. Okay. What am I missing? I'm missing terrain.
Your precipitation.
And my precipitation. I'll take rain.
Yep.
Rain's
Rain
boring.
survived the draft. Jimmy's on record many times talking about how much he loves a good rain.
Rain is necessary. I mean, if you live in an area with a drought, you're fucked. Rain provides life and protection from fires. Like, I thought rain was the consensus number one of its category, but I went snow because I think it's a little more
It's got
exciting.
Snow
Flash.
sexier.
Yeah.
Snow sexier.
No argument against rain.
Snow sexier. And then all I have is type of terrain left. I mean, I'll check with you guys. I mean, I think I have two decent options left. I guess the first one I'll check in on is like canyon. Like I'm thinking the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I think it's canyon counts. There was another word that I was using for that, but
Canyon.
I was scared that was going to count as mountains, and I chickened out of that.
I think there's some clear defining traits
Yeah.
between the two.
There's a building down rather than.
what's the other word for like something? Like
I agree.
that?
It should be a legal pick, and I think it is.
No, canyon is
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
legal. I was thinking of a different way to say the same thing. I can't think of it. But I had that as my two. I had mountain and canyon. Those were my two things. Like the plains are cool, but no one likes the plains. They're
boring.
literally called plain.
I mean, the other thing that was in my head would have been, I mean, like a beach in that kind of terrain.
No.
No?
I don't think that would have counted.
No. It'd be like desert.
You need desert.
Glacier, forest.
Forest, I was eyeing. I mean, what's the terrain around a beach? Just call it sand.
Sand.
So it could have been sand again, which everyone passed over. But happy with my draft. Jim, you need... What do you need? Type of water.
Yeah, waterfall.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Another sex appeal pick.
Yeah. I mean, beautiful. Like, when you go to Yosemite, you look up and you see those big-ass waterfalls. Or anywhere you see a waterfall, you see like a waterfall, even like a one in like a fucking koi pond. It's cool. It's movement. Waterfalls are, they get drawn a lot. People go visit waterfalls.
It's a sexy pick.
Love waterfalls.
Little dangerous. Sexy pick.
Yeah, a little dangerous. Yeah, for sure.
BBD, to finish the draft, we need your type O ground.
Sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get all messy.
BBD might have had. This might be your worst draft ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You started strong with Ocean, but then Oasis, Hail, and
Yeah, I had
Sand.
no idea what to do beyond bodies of water.
Man.
No clue.
Jake, your draft is...
And temperature.
Your
but I
draft is
knew-
good. Your draft is... Mine is a little more risky chalk, and yours is, like, solid good. So I like both of our picks. You had a lot of picks that I would have taken.
I was surprised on the reaction. I thought for sure the only game changer was the temp. So when I got the first pick, I was pretty smitten. But, yeah, I don't know. I think all those years of just fantasy drafting against 29 computers for no reason, it's really starting to pay off.
Well, I like my team better than yours, but I'm just complimenting your
It's
team.
good. It's good.
Because I got my number one terrain, precipitation, and water.
It's good.
Mud.
Mud third, man.
Well, it's better than sand. Sand sucks.
Yeah.
Mud would have been a good... I think your play would have been Hope BBD. I don't think BBD would have stumbled upon Mud.
I wouldn't have stumbled into the mud.
So, like, if
angle.
Mud was your last pick, I think I would have been like, oh...
I wanted to trap him with sand.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't think he would have gotten to Mud either way.
But what
So,
what
like,
would you
that
have
would've-
taken?
That would have been
Oh,
your ace in
no
the hole.
idea. No idea.
Not Mud.
I know, but
Every pick.
I wanted him to get sand.
Right.
So my plan worked.
I think he was still getting sand. I think that's what I'm saying.
I think I would have ended up with sand just as I could not.
I think
of
he was
anything
out.
else.
when I looked
I
at
think he was
this
out.
and I came
Because I
up,
don't think I could have got myself to just take dirt, because then you would have said that gets muddy.
when I looked at this, I saw like ground and I thought sand and I thought, oh, that's gonna tank a draft.
Yeah, it can.
Sand can be fun if you're ready for it, but but man, do I fucking hate
Some of
sand.
the
No, sand sucks.
I personally hate it.
some of
Yeah.
the areas it ends up in.
Sand sucks.
Yeah, it's
To round it off, Jake, 60 degrees, lakes, grass, rain, canyons. Me, mountains, snow, mud, 80s, waterfall. BBD, ocean, oasis, 70s, hail, sand.
I do think I would have. I think 70s was number one on my board, but it was so close to 60s. I was like, I know I'll get one of them. They were 1A, 1B.
Yeah,
That was a fun one. I liked that draft.
it's interesting. Makes you think a little bit, not too much.
I was going to sound surprising given the other drafts we've done. I think this is the most I've had to like think during the draft.
Thanks, kebabs.
Thanks, kebabs.
Temperatures
I
are
think-
interesting because I agree with you, Jake, on 60s, but I think the general public likes 70s, 80s more than 60s.
I don't think so.
We run
I think
hot.
60s they like
too
more
hot.
than
The
80s.
chat was saying anything below 60 or 70 is just cold.
Chat says a lot.
There are people who say, I guess people in the South, they like start wearing sweatshirts in the 60s.
I'm the only one in my family that
Like we do it, but you
gets
know you
excited
don't
when it's
have
60
to.
out. Like it was 70 today and I was upset that I got hot.
Right. I mean, 69 out on the grass of the baseball field. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Zoink.
Whew. Good draft.
Seas was the other body of water. I was considering, which I'm very glad.
Just would have been weird.
That's like the same.
If we were picking specific
So if
bodies
someone
of
took
water,
o-
I
if
might have
someone
taken
took-
the Mediterranean Sea.
If someone took ocean,
but-
you would have taken sea.
I wouldn't have taken it like next.
Oh, okay.
It would have, but I think it's where I would have gone. It was that
Body
or
of
lakes,
water.
and I don't think I could have taken either particularly early.
Rivers was way up there for me. Rivers are badass.
Rivers was on my
They
board.
shape the earth.
Rivers
on
is
my
a
board.
very important water.
Yeah. And like tubing down a river, that's incredibly fun.
It's like kind of an access issue. I think not everyone has done like river stuff. Maybe more than I'm thinking.
You ever tubed down
Like
a river,
lake
Jake?
stuff, you'll get the masses more.
Not really.
Or at least
no.
everyone's got lake experiences.
Lakes is, I think everyone loves lakes.
All right, what do you mean tube down a river? Like behind a boat?
No.
Okay.
No.
I've done that. I haven't floated a river.
Yeah, floating down a river.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Popular in San Antone.
And in the canyons, Grand Canyons, there's
Yeah.
river rafting. We did it in the outback of Australia once, and where we landed, there was just cows standing there. So then we were just in like really close, and we were like, "Hey, guide,
Yeah.
you didn't let us know we were going into
Big old cows.
just cows standing around." That was cool. Good draft, everyone.